Welcome everyone to episode 266 of the Craftverse series. And today we're starting off with the interior completed, and now we're working on the outside of this build. This is my mangrove tower. You might be able to notice the stripped mangrove and stripped jungle logs inside. We're going to be adding in some brown touches to the exterior, and then we're going to be adding in some additional roofing. Let's get started. Nighttime is the best time to start doing this, right? There could never be a better time. Never, never, never a better time to start doing roofing. Especially doing it wrong. That's not how that's supposed to sit. That's how it's supposed to sit. Alright. Now, I realized something in looking over my episode after I recorded the last one that I mentioned the map art that I made out on the ocean and said we would go see it, and I never brought you over there. So don't worry, I'm not going to forget. We are going to go ahead and go over there, but we're going to go ahead and finish this build first. It shouldn't take more than an episode or two, but by the end of this week you will get to see the map art. Don't you worry. Provided I don't mess up this build 15 times in the process. Like so. Should have exactly the amount that I need, if not a little bit extra. As we know, it's a lot easier to do this with the additional layer of the roofing already in place. So I'm doing this a little bit differently than normal. I promise it's not to drag out getting to the map art. That is going to happen. Gave you my word and I plan to keep it. It already did not happen in the episode I first mentioned it. Don't worry. I'll make sure that it does. Spent literally all day working on that the other day, so quite proud of it. Just like I am quite proud of this design, actually. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it at first, given that it is kind of like a barn feel with the stripped mangrove and stripped jungle logs. But it grew on me, much like these coconuts are growing on the walls. I wasn't aware that they would grow on the stripped logs as well, but I'm glad that they do, because they add an extra detail. And with these spruce trapdoors, I'm pretty much leaning into the fact that it looks like a barn, because those are definitely barn trapdoors. Let's get these in. All right. And we'll come up here, switch these out. First off, we're going to go with the dark prismarine for a little bit of a green color. Bring this out and around. Okay, then corners get the lights. Decided with the palette I had going on that sea lanterns were just going to be a little bit too fluorescent, I suppose. They're more clinical in nature, whereas these are more fitting of a swamp. Because it's like a block of fireflies, basically. And I'm quite happy with that. Going to bring this last row of solids all the way around. And then I do actually have to make an extra row of these all the way around. There we go. And now the top part of the roof is in. Let's get down there and grab some more, and I can show you I have my new portal location. I already have the cords written down. This is where we're going to come out and get a good look at our swamp. It's angled off to the sides because whenever I come out of that portal, I have to sidestep outwards. So, I mean, worst case scenario, I just rotate this if it ends up not being accurate. But otherwise, I think it's fine. Okay, so come down this spiral, and I went with the mud brick slab and moss carpet combo. And now you can see how it looks underneath here as well. And that is why I went with, oh, hello, the glowstone instead of the clinical version of the light blocks. Because it actually goes quite well, I think. And I finally did get some water buckets. I had to craft some, but there's a lake not too far away, so I was able to fill this in, and I already had my lily pads good to go. Just gonna go ahead and get all of these. There we go. 4 each was enough. So what else do I want to bring out with me now? These are pretty much good. Guess I probably should get the glow lichen in place on that top row. I don't know, we'll see. We will see. Okay. Guess I can go ahead and grab one of these. First, I need to get these. I am not going to be doing the bottom level first because it's nighttime. I already got the top tier installed. Let's get the third tier in. Start from the corner. Okay, now we go ahead and just do that. Why was that so much more difficult on the top tier? I guess it just wasn't angled properly. This seems to be moving along pretty smoothly. Alright, now we turn around and we repeat. Part of the reason I decided to do this tower this week is because one of the farms I need to make is Silence Mangrove Swamp Bone Meal Farm. And in order to do that, I needed to have a more accessible and safe portal in order to have a decent build area. And this accomplishes both of those needs. Portal is fully accessible, and it'll be a lot safer than where it currently is down on the bottom. I will have to move the room down below, I believe, because I don't want there to be any linking issues. Maybe I won't, but just to be safe, I might do it anyway. All right. Nice. Keep an eye on that every time I go over the gap here. Okay. Now we go corners. Oop, overstepped. The game was generous and let me pick them back up. Corners. All right, now I have to go fully around one more time. That'll make it so much easier to get the next set of pieces in. This has become so much easier to structure getting all of the parts installed ever since doing it that one first time. Come a long way since that original tower design. All right, that is in. Let's go ahead and get this because it's also going to be underneath here. This gives me a little bit of a walkway to get around the corners. No. Right there, over the red, that's where it goes. All right, now it's just doing this again. And I do hope those of you who are watching to, follow along and copy these towers understand that I'm not skipping things just to skip them. I'm skipping them because you guys have seen the other towers and how I build them. I changed some steps along the way, that's why I'll continuously show them. Because as I get better at building them, I want you guys to have an easier time doing so as well. Okay, now I need to restock. Also need to grab my lanterns. Boop. Got those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put the 28 back. 1, 2. Okay, only want to have 4 of each, so we'll do that. That means that I can now get... I don't really need more than that in lanterns, to be fair. Let's just grab another one of those. Okay, second row is essentially in. Or that's the third row, right? So that should be this one. Yeah, it's already in. So let's go ahead and not fall off. Falling off would be bad. And we'll get this one in. That is way, way too low. What am I doing? That's where it goes. Oh, that was a butter angle right there. Super smooth. And then I junked it up. There. Stop it. Who said you could go upside down? Don't answer, wandering trader. I'm not talking to you. A little busy. I'm not going to be buying from you at this moment. There's very few things you could sell me right now at this point in the game that I would be interested in. Perhaps a bucket of pufferfish. So if I go to make an aquarium, that'll be a lot easier than having to put one in a bucket. Okay, now the easy part. Just like apparently fixing my voice. Okay. Hopefully it'll stay for a little bit. It's like I went 4 or 5 days without being able to record because of internet and weather. And now suddenly my voice wants to be the next thing to go. Like, why? Why that timing? Why is that a thing? It's not like I don't hydrate myself. I swear, I'm lucky I haven't drowned. I've tried to drink so much water over the last few days. So my voice has no reason to be running away from me. Like, if I can't record, I might as well try and stay hydrated. Try and get myself back on a good, steady, healthy rhythm. And of course, my sleep patterns did not want to get with the program. So whereas the rest of me is raring to go, my sleepiness is just mounting. Never let it be said that being a YouTuber is healthy for you. It's honestly worse being a streamer, but at least there you've got people doing channel point redeems reminding you, hey, by the way, hydration is a thing. It's like, yeah, that was always a good part about it. Good and bad, because it would interrupt the flow of things. And then I would feel bad for not being able to continue the correct flow for my viewers. It's like I want you guys to be able to enjoy your experience. not have me interrupting it with my human requirements. Take that, captures. I am not a robot. You ever seen a robot drink water? I haven't. Though to be fair, I haven't actually seen a robot. Not one that looks like a human. Not in person, anyway. I've seen a number of clips, but I haven't actually seen the physical robot in my immediate vicinity. Oi. Well, the game's being very forgiving with these. It's allowing me to pick them up. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. What just happened there? Why is there an influx of zombie villagers just hanging out? The village is over there, guys. Jeez. What just happened there? I definitely need to light the area around this tower up. Okay, now... this will guarantee that the whole roof is lit up. So I want it to be visible from a distance. Obviously there are limits to that, but still. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get these installed, and then we can focus on getting the lanterns in. So I still can't go to the bottom one, because every time I think about going to the bottom one, it's nighttime. Or raining. Mostly nighttime. Okay, I already got that side in, so let's turn around. Okay, that was weird. Hitboxes are interesting at times. One more side. See, this is part of the reason I decided to go with the mud bricks for the stairs. Because even though it is a nice contrast up there, but it also bleeds into the jungle logs, it's a nice contrast yet complement to the sandstone. So it ultimately works out either way. We'll just do this. So that is going to go underneath. Now, just like with the other builds, you're not going to be able to see those once I'm finished. Okay, yeah, that is still what I want to see. Good. Okay, just had to double check something. Then we want to put these up here as well, just for additional lighting. because the glowstone does not bleed through solid blocks, so it's an extra coverage. Then we'll run up the next layer, which is the top, and I can go ahead and put these up here. Which is the whole purpose of having that divide there. So I could have just put like a slab of mud brick or something up there, but nah, we don't need to do that. No. Bad. Okay, let's get that. That makes an even number, so we should be good. Did I miss any of these levels? Just the one down here. I can hardly say I missed it, I just hadn't gotten to it yet. Okay, back to an even number. Where's my bed? I'm gonna go ahead and just sleep through the night and make it day before I get the next set of pieces in. That'll be good for the glowstone. Actually, I don't even think I need that much. So I've got all the glowstone I'm gonna need for the roof, right? Maybe. I think 2 will be enough. And that frees me up to grab slab. Grab another slab, because I'm gonna need those. Okay. Oh wait, I needed to sleep. Doy. I'm not gonna need those. Like how I said those for an axe when it's just a that. Remember when I said my brain becomes the dirt? My brain has officially become dirt. Okay. Most of this will be simple. Okay, no creepers. That's what I like to see. Get on this side of it. Thank you. Go ahead and do that. No. There we go. Just gonna do this one as I go around. This side will at least be the easy one. Because it's all connected. Come on. don't see any creepers, which is good. I do see a sheep. I don't think he's going to explode unless, they decide to be extra creative. Which I would not put it past them for doing. Nope. Okay. Speaking of creativity. Yoink! Yeah. Hey, if it works, it works. And as far as I can tell, that works. Be on the upper part of the block. I hear you, but I can't tell if you're underneath in a cave somewhere or if you're right around me. Guess I'll find out momentarily. Why'd I do that? Okay, that actually works. So I can then do that and auto connect you. Do that, break you. There's no way I need that many more. Stairs, yes. The trapdoors, no. But when I get them prepared, I'm like, I'd rather have more than less. Just to make sure I have a little bit of wiggle room. See, that's the last trapdoor I'm ever going to need for this build. It's kind of a weak jump, to be honest. All right, and that is the last one for down here. Break that. I don't even care if something picks that up. So I need to go up here, provided I can even get there, and land on this. Okay. Well, this episode's already gone over, and you guys have watched through like 3 different layers of me doing this roof, so that's enough. I'll finish off the roof now that you know what palette I'm going with, and I'll see you on the other side when we will be fixing the portals and then heading back over to the map art rather, and getting that figured over. So, yeah, finally make good on that. Just 2 episodes after I said I was going to do it. Yeah. Have a good rest of your night, everybody. I'll see you later.